The National Hockey League on Sportsnet presents the Stanley Cup Playoffs.
Hello everybody and welcome to Buffalo for game number 2 of this round 2 matchup between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Buffalo Sabres. Buffalo leads the series 1-0 as we get ready for them to hit the ice here in Buffalo. Game 2 brings us the question, will the Tampa Bay Lightning be able to withstand or withhold the speed from the Buffalo Sabres? That being said, will the Buffalo Sabres be able to contain this speed and keep this speed going and skate the Tampa Bay Lightning into the ground? Those are the questions that will be answered tonight live here at the KeyBank Center in Buffalo, New York. I'm joined alongside Bob Sutherland. Bob, what are your expectations for the game? Talk to me a little bit about what you're looking at here pre-game round 2.
Yeah, I mean, all the round 2 series are underway. Dallas beating Utah, Anaheim, and St. Louis in a battle, Washington, New York. But I think this series, the Tampa and Buffalo series, is probably the fastest series of round number 2. And the Lightning are in one here. They were slowly into one with the Panthers, but they're into one with the speed here tonight against Tampa.
Brendan Hagel has been a beast. So has Kucherov, and as well as Victor Hedman for the Tampa Bay Lightning. How do the Buffalo Sabres match up against the Lightning here tonight in Game 2?
Well, they got to keep doing what they did in Game 1, right? Keys to victory. They're brought to you by Nike. Just do it. Keys to victory today are the same thing. Get the first goal for the Buffalo Sabres. Get that power play going and stay tight defensively. Those are the 3 keys to victory for the Sabres. On the other side for the Lightning, they got to try to start on time. They did not start well in Game 1. They have to start better here in Game 2. Stay out of the power box as Buffalo's getting their power play going, and try to be a lot more physical. Try to draw the Buffalo Sabres into the muck and the grime after the whistles, because that's how you're going to win this hockey game.
Very well done there, Bobo, and we will speak to you shortly when the puck drops. But the Buffalo Sabres and the Tampa Bay Lightning, first time ever, the Buffalo Sabres are up 1-0 against the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Out of all the years that both of these teams have been making it to the Stanley Cup playoffs, this is the first time Buffalo has a lead on Tampa. Buffalo did beat the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-1. They lead this series 1-0. Will we see Buffalo advance to the Eastern Conference Final, or will Tampa put up a fight and tie this series at 1, heading back to lovely Tampa Bay? Those are the questions that we have to answer. Tage Thompson has to be big players to watch for tonight's game. Thompson, Benson, and Krebs for the Buffalo Sabres. And for the Lightning, Victor Hedman, Darren Radish, Gage Goncalves are the players to watch for both teams. We're going to send it down to Buffalo as the teams are about to head onto the ice. We'll see you at puck drop. Hello everybody and welcome to Buffalo as the Sabres and the Lightning head out to the ice for game number 2. Buffalo and Tampa, we are underway here in the first period as Buffalo wins the draw and Alex Tuck has got it. Hedman intercepted his pass and now Cernak is on the puck, will feed up over to Gensel. Here comes Jake Gensel early with a shot. First shot of the game brought to you by Tim Hortons. Make your picks on the Tim Hortons app today for who's going to win this hockey game. Tampa gets the first shot on net, but here comes Thompson in. Broken up there by the Lightning. Victor Hedman to Kucherov. Kucherov pumps it up. So in the first game, Buffalo Sabres scored on their first shot, and there's a good save by Vasilevsky on the Buffalo Sabres' first shot here in game 2.
Yeah, good job there by Buffalo to kind of weather the storm a little bit. For the Tampa Bay Lightning to weather the storm a little bit. You get pucks in deep, you battle your way to the net, get the first shot, but like we said in the pregame show, tighten up defensively because Buffalo's going to come at you in waves.
Buffalo and Tampa, game 2, here in round number 2. Buffalo leads the series 1-0. Cernak with a monster hit on Alex Tuck. Right along the right side half wall. Look out, Tage Thompson gets into a forecheck. Turns it over, and now Kucherov feeds it up over to Jake Gensel, who's yelling at it. You can hear him all the way up here. As Dahlin now turns that puck over. Plays it into the middle. Gensel collides with Dahlin. Byram gets hit by Gensel, and now it's played over to Dahlin. Dahlin to Quinn. Quinn plays it up over to McLeod. McLeod shifts and turns. He's along the right side. A shot. Saved there by Vasilevsky. Quinn back out in front. Another save by Vasilevsky again. Gensel now feeds one over. It's behind Bjorkstrand as now the Sabres will regain puck possession. Quinn gets hit there by Cirelli. Turned over. Back to Quinn. He's in with a shot. Scores! Jack Quinn, second in the postseason, and the Sabres have struck first again here in game number 2.
Well, it took them more than one shot to score the opening goal of this contest, Colin. But again, Buffalo finds a way behind the Tampa D. This is a goal that Vasi has to get. I know McDonough's kind of on him, but come on. That's right off the glove and in the back of the net.
Tough look there for Andre Vasilevsky, but the Buffalo Sabres have a 1-0 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Bjorkstrand plays it up over to McDonough. Back to Hagel. Here's Doan, plays it over to Quinn. Quinn's in with a pass across to Zucker. Backdoor feed, and no one was home. Bjorkstrand out to McDonough. Buffalo coming in waves. Here's McDonough with a shot. In a body. Same start as game number 1. Just took Buffalo a little bit longer on the shot clock. Doan makes a move around Perry, but the veteran Corey Perry will strip him from the puck and send it around to Yanni Gourde. This is not going to be enough for icing. Yes, it will, and that's an on call there from the officials. So face-off down in the Tampa end.
It's the speed of Buffalo. They're coming at you aggressively. They get lots of good puck retrievals on this Tampa Bay Lightning team.
Kind of looks a little bit like the Dallas and Utah series. As that shot gets blocked by Moser. Paul now in it. Turns it over to Greenway. Greenway plays up over to Malenstein. Back onto the stick of Greenway. Trying to skate through the Tampa D. Stopped there by Vasilevsky. Lilleberg lost it. Greenway plays it back out to the point. A shot blocked by Perry. Good laid out block there by Corey Perry. Buffalo all over Tampa here in the first period. Malenstein tries the wraparound. He gets leveled there by Perry as well. Moser plays up over to Holmberg. Another good puck retrieval, this time by Luke Shen. And Perry now has it for the Lightning. Without the lead feed pass, Perry will enter the zone, and now a penalty coming to Corey Perry. Buffalo to the power play.
This is the ideal start for Buffalo. This is what happened in period number 1 and game number 1.
Buffalo 3 for 9 on the power play. Tampa 3 for 5 on the penalty kill. This is a massive power play for the Sabres. Big face-up win by the Lightning, but Tage Thompson's the man with the puck. A shot saved there by Vasilevsky, and now Cernak has a body on him. And he'll get it outside the blue line. Holmberg keeps it out there. And now he goes off. Gergensen hops on. Here's a pass to Thompson. Saved there by Vasilevsky. Back up to the top. Another shot. Saved by Vasilevsky again. Ergenson will send it down the ice. Shots are 9-1 in favor of the Sabres. Coming out strong here on home ice. Tuck rims it around the wall. Thompson can't get there, so he lets it slide past to Dahlin. Back up to the point. A shot there by Tuck, broken up. A backdoor shot off the post by Dahlin. Byram, Benson, Dahlin to Thompson. Good puck move, and they score! Tage Thompson, second goal in as many games. Second goal on the power play as many games. In this series for Tage, it's 2-0 Buffalo.
Are we watching game one again? Are we in a loop? Are we watching this the exact same start game one had here in Buffalo? They scored early in the first, and then halfway through the first, they score a power play goal. And look at Coop's face. This is unbelievable, Colin.
We are not watching, and this is not a recording of game number one. Buffalo has come out ready to rock and roll here in game two. Here comes Crozier now for the Lightning, trying to answer. A shot saved there by Luukkonen. Gets it with a spin-around shot. Stopped by Luukkonen. 6:45 to go here in the first period. This barn is rocking. Buffalo leads it 2-0.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch. Watch this. Oh. Oh. Ow. Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side. Do you know if you have milk right now? Do you know its condition? Are you afraid to look? Who knows? Who cares? Because now you live a life where fresh milk is always on hand. Your door to crisis-free breakfasts. DoorDash.
The Buffalo Sabres lead at Tampa needs a goal here.
They got the big boys out, and Kucherov's on the puck, trying to feed it over to his defenseman, but he couldn't get there, and Peyton Krebs chips it down. Tampa down by 2 for the second straight game of this playoff series. Krebs hit down low in the corner. McLeod gets it back up to the point. Kesselring down low, a shot. It went wide, and Baskey looked like he fell over. Here's a turnover. Pass down low. Good glove save, Vasilevsky. Crozier. Look at the Buffalo Sabres just all over the Tampa Bay defense.
Tampa just can't get out of their own zone, Colin.
There's another shot saved there by Vasilevsky. Krebs. Braden Point comes back to hit him. 13-3 of the shots on net here in favor of Buffalo. Gensel. Big hit behind the play. Gensel will hold. Drops it back, and Bjorkstrand got interfered with, and now Crozier, who's back up to his feet, gets the puck, sends it up to Cirelli, who chips it back along the wall. Good work there by Buffalo to intercept the pass, and now here's Danforth in. Gets steered away, shot there by Vasilevsky. Thompson on it, shot through traffic off the post. That's the second post of the period for Buffalo. Cirelli tries to move it into the middle, broken up again. Buffalo doing a good job defensively. Good hit there on Kesselring. Hagel on the puck now for Tampa. Turned over there by Thompson. He works in. Pass over to Stanley, knocked away from his stick. Down to the final minute of play here in the first period. Big hit there by Benson. Moser now on it. J.J. Moser, nice move. Fires a shot. Saved there by Luukkonen. Dahlin hit down low. Gongalves, backdoor feed. Couldn't get there. Stanley hit by the Lightning, who were held off the score sheet in game one. Trying to look for a goal here in game two. They're down by 2 here in the first period again as they head to the first period intermission report live from the panel on TNT. Biz, Liam, Ace, Hank, take it away, folks.
Hose nozzle my team's got 3 years
building because every pressure washer on the market kept letting people down. Every pressure washer has the same fundamental flaw, and nobody was fixing it. You see, pressure washers all rely on motors, engines, or electricity to generate force, and that works. But it also means they're loud, heavy, expensive, break after a few seasons, and need storage space most people don't have. We all know a gas pressure washer costs $400 minimum, and electric ones aren't far behind. But what if you could get the same cleaning power or more without a motor, a cord, a gas tank, or anything that breaks? That's exactly what we built at Aquaxis. We created a patented hydraulic jet accelerator that fits in the palm of your hand. Water flows through precision-cut chambers inside the nozzle that compress and accelerate it. Pure physics, zero electricity required. It's called Aquaxis, and it's nothing like any spray nozzle or pressure washer you've seen before. The hydraulic jet accelerator multiplies your garden hose pressure by 15 times. And this is a breakthrough because it means you're done with machines that cost hundreds of dollars and break when you need them most. It connects to any standard garden hose in 3 seconds. It weighs almost nothing and fits in your back pocket when you're done. And it has 8 spray patterns built in so you can switch instantly between full jet blast and a gentle rinse depending on the surface. My team
always like to say nice things about someone.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. All right. Seth Jarvis, I got Paul Bissonnette.
Hey, Seth. Paul Bissonnette here. I noticed you had your buddies down in Raleigh there for Game 2. I was just wondering if it was advantageous having friends there and add a little bit of mojo to your game.
We're not doing this again, Paul, please. It was nice having them, though. I think just whenever you can have guys close to you come down, kind of ease the tension a little bit. And I mean, I guess they helped me score, so gotta keep them down more often.
Well, one more follow-up, actually. I noticed that you guys are really spreading out the ice time. Your fourth line so far in these playoffs, averaging just over 11 minutes. Would you consider it advantageous at the fact that you're spreading out the ice time that much?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, when you have a fourth line that can play like ours can, there's no reason not to play them. So I think every line has done a good job at just playing their role. And our fourth line in particular, I mean, they've been creating energy, bringing a lot of hits, so it's been great for us.
Jarvis, it's Ace. I guess advantageous is our buzzword. Do you think it's advantageous to have that line, Stankoven, rolling the way they're rolling, generating so much offense for you guys, for your hockey club?
Yeah, it's absolutely massive. When you can have multiple lines create offense, it's huge. Obviously, our line's got to get going to help them out, but the fact that they've been able to kind of pull us through these playoffs so far has been awesome.
Hey, listen, we've enjoyed watching your buddies watch you. It's really cool. I think it's such a great thing. We noticed they did not make the trip to Philadelphia. Is that purely for security reasons and their own health going forward?
Yeah, I warned them they might get beat up if they bring that same energy down to Philly. So it was smarter to keep them at home, watch from a far place, and just enjoy the game.
Smart move.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Good luck today.
Yeah, good luck.
Awesome. Thank you.
Paul Bissonnette, Liam, Ace, Hank, thanks very much for that, boys. Great interview with Seth Jarvis from the Carolina Hurricanes. Here we go, second period. Tampa needs something here as they've yet to score in this series. Cernak will start by dumping the puck deep. Kucherov and Gensel head out on the forecheck. Thompson, big hit there on Cernak. Benson takes one from Hedman. And now Kucherov. Lead feed pass to Gensel. Gensel can't get around Bowen Byram again. Great defensive play. Here's Hedman now. He's probably the Lightning's best player in game number 1. Here comes Bowen Byram in one-on-one against Kucherov. Good stick by Kuch. Plays it back. Here's Benson to Byram. Down low to Thompson. This line been tearing it up here in this series. Another shot. Thompson can't get it on net. Thompson, big hit there by Hedman on Thompson. Gensel gets in on the physicality as well as Buffalo still down in the Tampa end, but Tampa being more physical. That's what they wanted. Here comes Kuch now. He's in. Backhand just missed.
I think Luukkonen got a piece of that one.
What a save there by Luukkonen then. Dahlin hit there by McDonough. Now Kucherov to McDonough. He's got Kucherov back door. And a great chance there for the Lightning.
Start to get more physical against this Buffalo Sabres team. They start to turn the puck over. Just saying.
Now they rim it around, and this time they turn it over. Here's Quinn. Back door. Plays it up top to Dahlin. Across to Kesselring. Waits, shoots. Glove save. Vasilevsky with exactly 14 minutes to go. The period covers it up for our whistle.
Well, just taking a look at the start of this second period, Tampa coming out with massive hits. Victor Hedman now with 40 in the postseason. That's what you want from Tampa Bay. Start to get physical. Drag this Buffalo team in the muck.
Let's see if they can do that. McDonough to Corey Perry, who's the king of dragging people into the muck, as they go offside into the Buffalo blue line. Winner of this will take on Washington or New York once their series develops. Washington with a big upset in game number 1, winning that one handedly. So here's Perry now. Works his way in, gets the setup as he was trying to feed it to Lilleberg. Power takes a hit by Perry. That's a big one. Here's Johnny Gord now in. One-on-one with a forward. Johnny Gord spins, fires. Good save, Luukkonen. Zucker now plays it up along the wall to Doan. Big hit there on Doan. Paul can't get it. Look out, here's Lilleberg. And another ginormous hit along the wall. Crozier sends it up. Paul can't get there. That'll be icing. Tampa Bay just over halfway here in period number 2. We remain 2-0 in favor of the Sabres. Take a look at Corey Perry's massive hit along the wall.
3 hits in the game for Perry. They've all come in the first half of this second period.
Just look at the goaltenders' numbers, brought to you by NHL Ice IQ as we get this face-off underway down in the Tampa zone. Buffalo wins it, can't get the shot off. Crozier to Perry, he's at the end of his shift. Can Perry get something here? No, he can't. Good back check play there by Luke Schenn, former Tampa Bay Lightning. Greenway tries to get it deep. Gonçalves now the other way for Tampa. He works in on his former teammate Luke Schenn. Gonçalves spins, waits, drives the net. Couldn't bury it. Good physical play there by Schenn. Gergensen delivered a late hit on him. Danforth to Greenway. Greenway works his way in. Hit by Holmberg. Now a pass into the middle. Broken up there by McDonough to Gonçalves, who sends it in. Schenn. A little bit more of a quiet crowd here in the second period as Tampa and Buffalo start to even out here in the second. Benson goes all the way back down in his own zone. Finds a pass over to Tuck. He works his way in. Moser holds him along the wall. Good work, and the puck just exceeds the blue line. Here's Brendan Hagel jumping on a loose puck. Stopped there by Luukkonen. Brendan Hagel tries to be Luukkonen one-on-one. Luukkonen has the answer.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
I've been practicing.
What, the cello? You want me to lower the hoop?
Foul.
What, are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously? Get all save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Wait till your father gets home. Kayak. Why do people use kayak to compare hundreds of travel sites at once? I don't get it. I like to do things myself. Even if I don't get a great deal, I still feel connected to it. What kind of connection would I have with the salmon if I bought it at the supermarket? We are connected.
Kayak. Search one and done.
6:25 to go. Tampa getting more offense here in the second as they start to try to get back into this game. Shots are still 17-7 in favor of the Sabres, but not as smooth as the first period. Lindy Ruff probably not as happy with this start to the second as he was in the first. Cirelli plays up over to Hagel. Brendan Hagel now works his way in, slides it in front. Cernak couldn't get the puck. McLeod grabs. Good hit on him. And now it's played back over to Cirelli, who breaks this puck up the ice. Feeds it on to Gensel. Gensel down low to Kucherov with the backhand. Stopped there by Luukkonen. Kucherov and power gonna go.
Kucherov dropping the gloves. That's when you know Tampa's upset. That's also when you know that they're bought into the scumbag hockey.
There's a couple of rights from Kucherov. Another uppercut from Kucherov. Oh, and Power trying to stay up, but he can as Kucherov, the big, meaty Russian that Kucherov is, with a massive victory.
That's a great fight for Kucherov. Nice little backhand, gives Power the cross check. Power turns around, drops his mitts, so does Kuch. He's not going to back down. He's not going to back down.
Well, let's see if Tampa can do the same thing Dallas did by scoring right after a fight. It's not going to happen off the faceoff, I'll tell you that. As it's chipped into the center ice. Edmund can't get there, so Cernak helps him out. Feeds on the stick of Bjorkstrand, who fights off of a check and finds Point. Braden Point now in. Look at this move by Braden Point. Stopped there by Luukkonen. Battle pursued in front of the net. Great work here by the Lightning.
Scumbag hockey, baby.
Starting to play a little bit more physical. Another big hit there from Cernak. Now Gensel works his way through the D. Stays on side of the Lightning. Gensel sends it down low. Look out, here comes Bjorkstrand. Big hit. Stallone has to keep his head up as here comes McDonough. Great work now. Even Braden Point playing into this. Zucker looking back door. Saved there by Vasilevsky. Braden Point on Quinn with another hit. Thompson tries to work his way through. Stopped there by Vasilevsky. Trying to play it out. He does. Paul is there along the wall. Kicks it around. Final seconds to go. Big hit on Byram. Now a pass through the slot, and that will do it for the second period. So no goals to record. Just a Kucherov fight and a broken Buffalo Sabres team as the Tampa Bay Lightning beat them up here in the second period.
That's what you have to do in the second.
Let's see what they can do here in the third.
David, is that a good thing?
Hurricanes remain perfect in the postseason. They topped the Flyers 4-1. They are now one win away from a second straight trip to the conference final. It's the NHL on TNT postgame show presented by Vanda Pharmaceuticals, Liam McHugh, Paul Bissonnette, Anson Carter, and Henrik Lundqvist. This is a dominant run right now by both top seeds. We know what Colorado's doing in the West, but in the East, this is a Carolina team that kind of flew under the radar for a lot of the season, despite the fact that they were the best team in the East. We spent a lot of time talking about other teams, but we want to put a graphic up here just to demonstrate what they have done in this postseason, because defensively and goaltending-wise, they've been extremely stingy, and it has led to them being 7-0. Teams to win first 7 playoff games and allow less than 10 goals all time. Carolina, one of 4 teams. The others, the 94 Rangers, 69 St. Louis Blues, and 1952 Detroit Red Wings. A big reason why this is happening is the man who joins us right now, Freddie Anderson. Freddie, thanks for coming on. You stopped 18 of 19, and it actually hurt your save percentage tonight. That's how great you've been this postseason. I've got Henrik Lundqvist for you.
Freddie, congrats on tonight, on the playoffs so far. You've been lights out. So other than the fact that you're playing with a ton of confidence right now, what do you personally feel like is working so well with your game?
I think just the mental approach, just not really getting too far ahead of myself, stay in the moment, enjoy it, and yeah, I mean, the guys in front of me have been amazing too. I think that we can't forget about that, how well we played, and just small plays, block shots here and there, and you guys saw obviously tonight was a huge play in the first period with Slavo grabbing that off the goal line, and I think when we get to our game, it helps me too.
Freddie, I have to ask you about your pads. I've been wondering about this for a long time now. You're 6'4", you could probably play with 35, 36 inch +1. What size pad are you using?
This might be embarrassing, but I actually don't know what they're at right now.
You don't know?
I keep tinkering with them a little bit. Just different stiffness is a little bit softer now, and it helps me. I think helps me move better, and that's kind of what I've been.
Yeah, you're definitely not
landed at
maxing
right
out.
now.
They look shorter than the other goalies for your size, but it comes down to movement.
I think it's too your thigh bone, how long that is, your shins, and all that type of stuff. When you measure it, I don't really know how that all adds up, but I think I'm fairly close. But I definitely like where those the sizing is right now, and obviously movement is key, and yeah, again, you want to obviously maximize it, but you want to be able to move.
I have one more. I need to know, in the second period, you were facing a Carolina player one-on-one with your stick upside down. Did you practice that? And what was going through your head?
Yeah, I don't even know. I kind of forgot what happened now, but somehow I ended up with the stick in the wrong end, and just trying to make a save, but obviously I think he missed the net a little bit, but that would have been hell of a paddle save. But yeah, I don't think we teach it that way in the goalie schools. I
said you're playing so good that you're gonna start playing with the stick upside down. That was not the case.
No, I'd like to help the D out a little bit more with the passing the puck than that, but I think yeah, I mean, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Freddie, I don't know how to follow that up. I'm kind of loving this one-on-one between you and Hank going on right now.
Yeah, the goalie union.
Yeah. But, you know, you've been with Carolina for some time now, and how is he able to get so much out of this group and get everybody to buy in? The minute they enter that locker room, it just feels like everybody's on the same page and fighting for one common goal.
Yeah, I think it starts day one of training camp. I mean, even before, but we establish how we want to play right away, and I think that's it's so much second nature to everyone that it helps us in these type of situations that we can fall back on it. Kind of like tonight was a little bit of a messy, I think, game until the third. We kind of jumped on it back on our game a little bit, and obviously scored a few to kind of close it out a little bit. But yeah, I think it's confidence in each other that we got the game plan down to a T, and obviously it's not going to always work that way. But I think the trust that more often than not that we're going to be where we need to be and help each other out.
Frederick.
Third period about to get underway here in Buffalo. Right in point, Tage Thompson line up for the faceoff, and we are underway. Much better ending of that period for Tampa. Now they come in. Cernak trying to feed it across. It got broken up.
Well, Tampa started to be more physical. They started to put bodies on Buffalo, not give them any time and space. And they started to play with the puck down in their end.
Still getting outshot, but here comes Braden Point, flying through the neutral zone. Chipped away from him. Kucherov still in the box, so it's Point now out with Bjorkstrand. Here's Bjorkstrand in, trying to jump it back down low to Point. Gensel out on the ice. Good stick there, but couldn't get it past Tuck. And Alex Tuck will start the breakout. Turned over again. Great hit by Jake Gensel. Hedman now skates it in as well. He's got some room. Victor Hedman in, tries to go up on the blocker side. Tries to tuck it back and Luke it in with a couple of big stops here early in the third.
Good work there by the Lightning. Getting pucks on net.
Cooper follows it out with the Yanni Gord line. A face-off win by Gord. Here's McDonough with a shot. Save there. Kesselring hit by Paul. And now Tampa starts to get a little nervous. Here's a pass over to Moser. Shot in net. Stopped there by Luukkonen. And now look out. Here come the Lightning.
Yeah, they're playing really well. Starting to figure out their game a little bit. Buffalo falling right into what their Tampa Bay Lightning want.
Face-off won there by Buffalo. That's a good start to get out of your zone. They easily do, and now Doan, 2-on-1. Zucker across the Quinn, drops it back to Doan. Good glove save there by Vasilevsky. Here comes Nick Paul, though. Escapes a hit, 2-on-1 for the Lightning. Paul's going to drive the net. Stopped there by Luukkonen. Good chance there for Nick Paul. Cirelli wins the draw. McDonough fires. Saved there by Luukkonen. Some battling out front. Hagel grabs Shen as everyone kind of just grabs a man. You can sense that the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to get one here soon. Cirelli, another face-off win. This time McDonough shoots, and it's blockered into the corner. Logan Stanley up to Connor Carrick, who plays up over to Peyton Krebs. Dumps it in for Buffalo. Now, Buffalo just needs to kill the clock. They don't really need to get any possession down low, but still. Here's a turnover. Cirelli can't get it. McLeod gets dumped there by McDonough. Moser hits Krebs. Good work there by Bjorkstrand to get the puck out. He's played pretty much all of the half of this period of being on the Kucherov line to start the period. Cirelli stops up, waits, looks for reinforcements, gets it there from Crozier. Crozier back to Cirelli, fires a wrist shot, blocker save. Bjorkstrand jumps on a loose puck, plays up top to Crozier, fires, and Luukkonen with another save. Turned over, Bjorkstrand's got it. Plays it back over to Lilleberg, traffic in front, another save there by Luukkonen, and he'll cover it up as the Tampa Bay Lightning start to pour the pressure on here in the third period. Face off, one there by Buffalo. Byram, look out, big hit from Cernak. Danforth tries to get it around Hedman. Gensel's there, plays up over to Cernak to Braden Point. He's got a man on him, but look at the speed from Braden Point. Stops up, tries to make a move into the inside. Good play there by Bowen Byram to stay with him. Kucherov hits his man, and it's dumped in there by Buffalo.
Buffalo's just gotten the red line and surviving.
There's a massive hit behind the play on Gensel, who's slow to get up. Malliston's going to have to pay. And now here comes Cernak on Malliston. Cernak does not care. He's not even trying to block himself. He's just throwing bombs. Malliston and Cernak. Cernak throwing haymakers. Malliston now dodging some of them. Malliston's a tough kid. Cernak with a couple of big, massive right hands. As Cernak is pissed, Jay Gensel right down the tunnel after that hit by Malliston.
That's not good for Tampa Bay. That was a late hit. That was a really late hit. I thought that was going to be a penalty. That was a really late hit.
We stay 5-on-5, so Buffalo does not get the extra one for the late hit. They have a shot stopped there by Vasilevsky. 7:50 to go here in the period. And Buffalo trying to bury the Lightning here with one more. A good one-timer stop there by Vasilevsky. Hedman will play it up over to Yanni Gord, who works his way in on Byram. Tries to drive to the net. Another good play there by the defensive Byram and Dahlin, who will play most of this third period, by the way. Here's a shot from Thompson. Steered aside by Vasilevsky. Moser will play it up. Good turnover there. Here's a chance for Benson. Saved there by Vasilevsky off the post. A chance for Buffalo to end it. Off the post it went. Yanni Gord stops up. Makes a nice move. A shot saved there by Luukkonen. Paul on it. Plays it out front. Perry couldn't get there. Tuck. Hit by Crozier. Gord is on the puck. We'll feed it over to Littleberg. Jake Gensel heading down to the tunnel after that collision. Pre-fight, Crozier plays it back. Good work there by Paul for the puck retrieval. Back to Crozier, up top to Littleberg. Fire! Saved there by Luukkonen. Good stop by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Kucherov with a hit on Benson. He will stay on the puck, feeds it over to Owen Power. Works his way through, broken up there by Crozier. We're down to 3 minutes here in the third period. Nice play by Hagel in the middle of the Kucherov. So it's Hagel, Kucherov, and now here's a breakaway. McLeod in! Scores!
Nothing Buffalo! Ryan McLeod! That's a heartbreaker. From a missed call on the hit, down to Gensel. The Lightning had all the momentum in this third period, and a poor missed call. Great work by Buffalo to stay true to their game, but they get a lucky break here in period number 3.
3-0 Buffalo, who should have been on the penalty kill. As the Lightning now on the brink of going back to Tampa Bay, down 2-0. Hagel, there goes Vasilevsky to the bench. Hagel's on the puck, drives to the net, scores! Brendan Hagel gets it right back. It's his first of the postseason. He's been so good all season long, and now he's got a goal to show for it.
Good work, good drive, good net drive here by Hagel. Instead of trying to get across Dahlin and trying to make a pass to Cooch, he just banks this off the pad of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. As he saw the pad open up, great job by Hagel.
So Hagel, Point, and Kucherov will remain on the ice for the Lightning. Vasilevsky back in the net. They're down by 2 now, with about 2 minutes to go in the game. McDonough skates it in. There goes Vasilevsky again. McDonough holds. We'll wait. Set it up. McDonough to Moser. Back to Point. Across. And Doan with a good block stop there as they were looking for Cirelli. That's going to be a penalty for Tampa Bay.
Oh my goodness, John Cooper might lose his mind.
Well, he's not losing his mind, but he's definitely having a conversation with Michelle Sorko. As Cirelli was looking for the one-timer, spun around, hit the skate of Bowen Byram. It is a penalty, but they missed the call down in the Tampa end, and that's what Cooper and Cirelli were saying. Buffalo is 1 for 1 on their power play. They lead the game 3-1. And are 57 seconds away from leading the series 2-0. A shot stopped there by Vasilevsky. Now a pass to Zucker, who shoots. Stopped by Vasilevsky again. Cernak trying to give it out to Holmberg. Here's Zucker. In all alone, scores! Jason Zucker's first of the postseason. Buffalo regains their 3-goal lead, and they lead it 4-1 against Tampa Bay.
Power play goal for Buffalo. It's been stellar here in this series.
3 for 3 in the series. As the Buffalo Sabres power play starts to click. And they have taken game number 2. I don't know if Tampa's going to score 3 goals in 41 seconds.
Unfortunate for Tampa Bay. They were in total control of that game in the third period. And a missed call from the officials really just ended this game.
And Hedman will play it over to Cirelli, who will put it behind the net, and that will pretty much do it for game number 2 of this series. Buffalo will head to Tampa Bay. As 10 seconds remain, as the fans will take it away here in Buffalo. The Buffalo Sabres have taken game number 2, 4-1 here in this series, and they will head to Tampa Bay with a 2-0 series lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Great work from Buffalo. Great work to stay true to their game and their system. Not a good game for the officials.
That is twice in this series. Buffalo has gotten 2 to 3 power plays. The Tampa Bay Lightning have not gotten any. Very, very suspicious. Brendan Hagel gets the Lightning on the board. It wasn't enough. There's another power play for the Buffalo Sabres, ended with this goal from Jason Zucker on the backhand. Made it 4-1 Buffalo. We are headed to the Bay with the Sabres leading 2-0 in the series. We'll see you in Tampa